I call to order the 1,601st meeting of the General Student Senate and the first meeting of the 47th section. Notice that this meeting is being broadcast via Zoom and the recording will be publicly available on YouTube. I will now read the land acknowledgement. The University of Maine recognizes that it is located on Marsh Island in the homeland of the Penobscot Nation, where issues of water and territorial rights and encroachment upon sacred sites are ongoing. Penobscot homeland is connected to the other Wabanaki tribal nations, the Passamaquoddy, Maliseet, and Mi'kmaq, through kinship, alliances, and diplomacy. The university also recognizes that the Penobscot Nation and other Wabanaki tribal nations are distinct, sovereign, legal, and political entities with their own powers of self-governance and self-determination. Now, the clerk, please call the roll.
President Tripp.
Here.
Vice President Shelmerdine.
Here.
Vice President Bone.
Here.
Vice President Lehman.
Here.
Vice President Thompson.
Here.
Vice President Fang.
Here.
Director Leclerc.
Here.
Commissioner Stankovitz.
Here.
Trustee Britton.
Here.
Director Arafat.
Here.
Advisor Sedelka.
Here.
Senator Vanderwood.
Here.
Senator Schultz.
Here.
Senator St. Pierre.
Here.
Senator DeLorme.
Here.
Senator St. Lawrence.
Here.
Senator Cowan.
Here.
Senator Chapin.
Here.
Senator Santanello.
Here.
Senator Inman.
Here.
Senator Dana.
Here.
Senator Ricker.
Here.
Senator Goodspeed.
Here.
Senator Zura.
Here.
Senator Villat.
Here.
Senator Van Beek.
Here.
Senator Almadred.
Here.
Senator Oldfield.
Here.
Senator Rivera.
Here.
Senator Soper.
Here.
Senator Zelong. Senator Collmore.
Here.
Senator Sparks.
Here.
Senator Sutker.
Here.
Senator Crowdy.
Here.
Lindsay Pellet.
Here.
Dominic Brunner.
Here.
Emily Neff.
Here.
Kenzie Karpinski.
Here.
Isabella Fanker.
Here.
Alex Emery.
Here.
Jackson Gamble.
Here.
Sharif Abed.
Excused.
Lauren Dean. Nico Farrago Dumch. Did I miss anybody? Sorry, what's your name, please?
Samuel Tremblay.
Thank you.
I'm now looking for approval of the 12/09/2025 minutes in this agenda. Senator DeLorme.
I move to approve the 12/09/2025 minutes in this agenda. So
Hearing a second, if it's the pleasure of the Senate, that is adopted. We'll now be moving into general good and welfare, where any non-member may address the GSS for no more than 5 minutes. Do we have any speakers? So, my name is Paige Loud, and I'm a graduate student at the University of Maine. I'm a social worker in Old Town. I work with adults who have intellectual disabilities and hospice patients. And I'm running for Maine's 2nd Congressional District, which is also Jared Golden's recent seat voting. I am 29 years old. I'm a renter in Old Town, so I know how unaffordable it is. I know how unaffordable it is to go to Hannaford for a late night snack run. I know how hard things are, and I know how gloomy and low to never look at our graduation dates. I'm running on a very simple platform: Medicare for all, universal education, guaranteed housing, guaranteed food. We can do all of this. I am a social worker. My focus is macro policy, and in a country that spends billions of dollars on other countries and bombs, we can afford to house, feed, and give our citizens health care. And so, Paige Loud, Democrat running for Congress, Maine's 2nd Congressional District. I have business cards with me and petitions that you guys can sign for getting on the ballot. And you can look for a launch on January 27th and a launch party on the 27th at Old Town Theater, where we'll have the music, free hot dogs, face painting, and speeches. So, thanks for having me. Thank you so much. Are there any questions for the speaker? President Tripp?
Sensible question, but I don't think the Senate has ever had a congressional candidate stop by. So thank you for stopping by and letting us know. If you want to leave anything, you can leave it over here on this table. this was a fun surprise, and best of luck.
Thank you so much. Yeah, and just to plug, I want as many students on this campaign as possible. I want this to be a youth run campaign. I'm only paying people in Maine. I'm trying to only pay people in Maine. And so if you guys are looking for a job, you know anyone that's interested in working in politics, you have a graduate student here at the University of Maine that's running for federal office, and we'd love to have you on the team. Are there any more questions?
Like, I'm curious, how's the campaign been so far?
Yeah, this is my favorite part of campaigning, talking to people. It's been very interesting learning the background of what built a campaign. Like to get voter data, I have to spend $6,000. I can give $6,000 to the Democratic Party of Maine. That's just one of like the very unexpected surprises and paywalls. I recently quit my job as a social worker, do this full time. So just how expensive it's been the most eye-opening. But it's 2026, and I think we need a different kind of future to look forward to. Are there any more questions for a speaker? Seeing none, thank you very much. We will now be moving on to new senators and officer appointments. Will every senator please stand up? Raise your right hand. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support and uphold the Constitution of Student Government, Inc.
The Constitution of Student Government, Inc.
and all other rules and guidelines
And all other rules and guidelines
to which I will be held.
to which I will be held.
Further, I swear
Further, I swear
to well and faithfully discharge
to well and faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
upon which I'm about to enter,
upon which I'm about to enter,
while representing my constituency
while representing my constituency
and the University of Maine.
and the University of Maine.
Congratulations. Seeing nothing under club maintenance, club presentations, consent agenda, funding requests, or guest speakers. We'll now be moving on to the executive report, starting with the president.
Great. All right, guys. First of all, that was the eeriest thing I think that's ever happened in the Senate. But we've never had so many people sworn in at the beginning of a session, so that is awesome. I'll save the how far student government has come for the end of the semester, but it was really good to see. So some housekeeping. I'm obligated to report that the clerk has resigned. This resignation happened just at the end of when all of us had office hours, so I wasn't able to rectify that. But later tonight, we'll have a conversation about how that's going to go forward. Not going to replace that. But for the meantime, we have our own executive administrative assistant, BJ Finch here. We'll be filling that role until we find a replacement for that. So we'll get to that later. Executive meetings will be at 12 o'clock on Wednesdays, starting tomorrow. Next week, I will have the executives coming with a reflection on the goals that they set out last semester. Just kind of have those conversations. And then that third week, they'll come with new goals. We'll do a whole goals thing at the beginning of the year. I think that's a good thing to do. And it'll be good to see what we've hit and what we need to still work on. Next, UMSG is now tax exempt. This is a big change. Following a law that broadened the tax exempt status to all 501c3s. Previously, UMSG did not qualify. Last January, not this current January, I oversaw an effort from Sean and Pam to file for that status, so a big thank you to them. That was no easy work, and I know the IRS is a lot of fun to deal with, so thank you, Pam. Tonight, I'll also be appointing my cabinet senators. They'll be going through an executive session per usual, but there will be no cabinet tomorrow. But at the end of this meeting, if you are in cabinet, I need you to come to me so we can make the new Google Space and we can get everybody set up where they need to be. And a reminder that all representatives are on cabinet if you're new this semester. Rolling into old business, representative board updates. Over the break, I wrote model bylaws to continue forward with the RA and sports club rep boards. I also met with Quincy Clifford and Rec Sports to better understand how the sports club board should be set up. We're looking forward to following up with that, as well as the lead RAs to do the same. VP Thompson, Bohm, and I will be at their the sport club executive meetings next week, which is a new thing that student government should be doing every year, trying to get them acclimated, talk about the annual budget, stuff like that. Should be a good way to get our kind of name out there and make sure everybody knows what they need to do. Moving into hiring and employment policies. The two documents I haven't totally revamped were those and the PC guidelines. We're going to touch that after the election, but I'll be coming forward with a modernized format grammar. We've seen this a million times at this point to modernize that document. But then after that, it'll be followed up with some policy changes that I think should happen before we go into the hiring season. If you want to know more about that, come to Polypro whenever that gets set up. And the syllabus bank update, I'm going to be picking those efforts back up. I need to garner interest for a task force around what should be present on syllabi. I'll be dropping a thing in the chat that will say syllabus bank task force. If you react to that, I'll reach out to you after that, but I'll do that after I finish my report. But this should be good. We have a lot of things moving forward. I'll be meeting with the provost and the chair of the Academic Affairs Faculty Senate Committee. Should be good. I know we ironed out a lot of things that was some concerns, and I'm hoping that we are ready to move forward with that. Going into new business, our next meeting, so remember this, will be taking place at the Buchanan Alumni House. If you remember, I tried to do this last semester, it didn't pan out, but this next meeting was the one that the Alumni House had opened back up. They wanted to host us. On top of that, if any of you are org leaders or at least org presidents, you should have gotten an email about the Student Leader Gala. So all of this is coming out of my engagement with the Alumni Association and their what they call Student Engagement Committee. This is brand new, and this should be a huge chance, not just for the Alumni Association to kind of make its face known, which is something it really wants to do and be more involved, especially with clubs and orgs, because you see some of the most involved alumni are the ones that are running your orgs now. But on top of that, it should be a great way for us to kind of mingle with some student leaders. As members of the Senate, you are all guests of honor, and there's an RSVP link that'll also be dropping in the chat at the end of this if you can fill that out. That'll be from 5 to 6. Normal meeting will start at 6, and that should be a good time. So hopefully see you there. Try to carpool if you can, but you should be good to park over there. That's general. Okay. And then lastly, we have, which was kind of thrusted upon us and we're working on it, a search for the next undergraduate trustee. This is the single most powerful position a student leader can hold in the state of Maine. And I don't say that lightly. 4 years ago, this was a huge lobbying effort that myself and former now gone executives all worked on, as well as Representative Britton, kind of setting this all up to have undergraduate representation at this the trustee level. We were given a very close deadline, this February 6th, that we have to have a nominee for. Applications are already open, you know that. I'm going to be working this week to get it pushed out more broadly to the student body, but this was kind of given to us maybe 2 weeks ago. The timeline isn't great. It never is, but I'm hoping that we can get a solid or no candidate by the 6th so that they can move on to the next level. So if you yourself or you know anybody who's interested, please, please, please push this as much as you can. It's on the Instagram. You all are senators. You're the face of this. Please share that. Get it out there. They have to be sophomores or at least 2 years left in undergrad. Big deal. Huge deal. So I'm also looking for 1 senator and 1 representative to sit on that selection committee. Once again, I'll be dropping something in the chat for you to react to if you're interested. I know some of you have. If you've already expressed interest, please just react to that so I can get it back together. But the rest of that committee will be fleshed out by myself, Representative Britton, and Attorney Amara. And the application deadline, like I said, is February 1st. Interviews will take place from February 2nd to the 5th, and a name needs to be provided by February 6th so that we can move on to the next selection process, and then that can get to the governor's office. So yes, please consider applying, and that is the end of my report. Thank you, guys.
For my report, it's great seeing you all back out. Had a really good organization. Over break, I helped revise the report that the engineering student advisory board put together, and in total, it turned out being 80 pages long. And later last week, I presented to both the dean and the external advisory board for 45 minutes. And it was received very well. And I'm really excited for this now to be extended to the other colleges, which we have a meeting tentatively going to be set up with the president to have that sit down talk with all the deans in one room to show them
that it has an impact and that students want this own autonomy over their own education. So I'm really excited to get that up and running, and I really hope you guys are all wanting to participate in that. Over break, I also went to one of the dining hall updates, so did Senator Collmore. We got to see the new updates to Hilltop with the allergen area, and it's actually really cool, compared to what it was my freshman year and what VP Fang had to deal with Sodexo. They now seem, very amiable and wanting to make change. And so that was really exciting. The food was really good. That was the first time I ate there in like a year and a half. So that was exciting to see. Coming for this semester, our DXC will be having a committee. And so I hope to see people who had talked about wanting to see more advertisements join that. And this will be the first time in a while the DOC is going to be having a committee. So we really want to have as many people on this as we can. Some more changes is that going to be the dress code. Last week, I became quite lenient because we became very busy. But unlike my predecessor, I am now changing it. Jeans are not dress code. They're not business casual, and we'll be sticking strictly to dress code. So that also means no exceptions to UMaine merch. You can't just be wearing a sweatshirt. It has to be business casual. And so I hope you guys can all respect that. And that starts next week. I'm glad to see you guys all look quite dapper today. But I will be enforcing that much more heavy-handed. And more changes, it's going to be the responsibilities for attendance for meetings and committees for senators will fall under VP Fang. And I'll be working more closely with the committee chairs to ensure that they're as productive as possible. This includes bi-weekly meetings with me, as well as weekly updates to the binders. Last semester, I had it so you did the binders at the end of the semester, and that's not going to fly this time because it was very last minute. And I want to make sure that we are ahead of ourselves, or we keep on track so we can be as productive as we can be. I really want to rein in for more stability and structure into our committees so that we are doing very well, but we could be doing so much more. And I'll be setting up meetings with facilities management and auxiliary for just monthly meetings and check-ins for the coming semester and a report. After Vice President of Financial Affairs.
Hello, everyone. Just the traditional report for the night. Starting projected allocated is $120,541.34. We've had 3 returns to allocated, $5.66 from microbiology, $378.85 from Warhammer Club, and $668.42 from Hilltop. And the report.
Vice President of Student Organizations.
Hope everyone had a good break. I want to say that the Spring Org Fair is happening next Friday from 10 to 2 in the Union. Clubs are divided into different routes by categories. And if you're a club officer or a member of a club that can let your officers know, make sure to do club re-registration this semester. That closes February 8th. This is required, and lots of clubs didn't make it before the deadline last semester, so they're at risk of being deactivated if they miss this one. As for what I'm working on, I'm going to get job descriptions for reps updated and accurate, as well as creating new ones for the new positions we have. And I'm also going to be picking work back up on the sports club rep board, as well as checking in on the progress of the RA report. And report.
Vice President of Student Entertainment.
Hey everyone, I hope you had a great break and were able to rest from the hustle and bustle of the school semester before. With that being said, this is going to be a very busy semester in student entertainment, so waka. If you're interested in joining student entertainment, please put your name in the race for tonight's nominations. This is a great way to get involved, and it offers a lot of fun opportunities and learning how events on campus work. If not, you're still able to join the regular committee, which we don't have a time yet because we do have to wait for somebody to be elected. But please feel free to reach out and join SEC still. These senators and anybody is welcome. Tell all of your friends, tell anybody. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. Also, I plan on this semester giving senators and people on SEC the opportunities to plan their own events. I think will be very fun, and as far as I'm concerned, the first time this has happened, which is going to be very fun and very cool. The big thing this semester is the concert. I have a lot of plans as promised. We're still figuring out contracts, Sean and I, but as promised, I plan on holding a contract seminar in which the goal is to teach people how the contracting process works. Everything from sending out the bid to how a rider and all that stuff works, but I have to work that out with Sean, but I have a meeting with him tomorrow to figure that out, but please trust that I want to include you guys as much in the process as possible. And next week or whenever I figure it out with Sean, there will be a Google form going out to the chat to gauge like what time and days people are available for the seminar. Also, I was told by President Tripp that we can get snacks, so that is great. Yeah, and again, if you want to be involved in the concert, SEC participation is crucial. There are trainings and other things that you have to do in order to participate on the concert day. So the sooner you join, the better. If you miss those opportunities to get in like your event management training and like stuff like that, how to like crowd control, you cannot participate. That's just the rules. So please be as interested in it as early as possible. Lastly, AVPSC Hall and I are done after this semester. So if you're interested in student entertainment, please come talk to them or myself. This is such an important aspect of UMaine, so please be interested in. I will be solidifying my office hours next week, which I think we have to report on as well. So once I have those in and you guys are able to see those, please just stop in by my office hours at any time and let me know any questions you have or anything you're concerned about. This is going to be a busy semester, but that doesn't mean it's not going to be a fun one. I have full faith that this is going to be a great semester for student entertainment. End of report.
Vice President, Student Leadership.
Hi all, welcome back. I hope you all had a restful break. If you are a returning senator, I said welcome back already. If this is your first semester, welcome. For all my new senators, I will be reaching out to schedule one-on-ones with you each this week. I'd like to meet with all the returning senators as well soon to check in, but I'm gonna focus on onboarding first. As VP Schoenheim said, this semester, I'm gonna be focusing on making sure senators are attending committees and Senate and fulfilling their senator requirements. If you are a new senator and are unsure about what committees to join or what your senator requirements are, we can discuss that in our one-on-ones. If you need a new name tag because you just joined or because you changed colleges or lost yours, I'll be sending out a form to all of Senate later tonight. If you're keeping your name tag, please don't fill it out. Finally, there are currently 130 responses to the leadership scholarship form. Hopefully we get a few more tonight before midnight. End of report.
Advisor to Student Government.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Just a couple of updates. The president and I tonight joined the Rec Fest over at the Campus Rec Center, where they opened the new powerlifting gym. So if that's something that you have any interest in, then check that out. Not a power lifter myself, but I'm kind of excited about new things. Also, at the end of the hall, across from the information booth, starting next week, we're going to open up what's called the relaxation station. It's going to have some massage chairs in it. It's going to have some nice smelling things, nice sounding things. And it's just a place to de-stress. We're starting that now because we're going to be opening up some of those around campus as time goes on. But this is kind of our pilot. And it's just meant for students to have a chance to have a place to chill, where it's quiet, it's well lit, things like that. So use that as you see fit. And then the last thing is, I don't know if any of you have seen the email from Dean Gifford. We unfortunately lost a student in a car accident this past weekend. And I just wanted to put it out there. It's always a horrible thing when we lose someone from our community. We also recently lost another former student who just graduated this last May. So I just put that out there because if you need support, if you're interested in talking to someone about that, the Counseling Center is ready to talk to students about that. They're going to some of the students' friends and organizations and where the students lived and things like that. So I just put that out there so that you're aware that they are a great place for us to go if that's something that you wanted to talk about. Thank you.
Are there any questions for the executive reports? Seeing that, I'm going to be moving on to periodic reports, but only for those who have positions, because if you're a senator, if you held a position last semester, it's currently vacant.
We should have them tell them everybody what their position is.
I was going to do that after. Starting with Faculty Senate Student Representative, would you be able to tell everyone what the position is?
Yeah, so the position is basically about once a month, the faculty have their own sort of senate. And as student senate representative, you basically just show up, you attend their meetings, you take notes, and you report back to the student senate what goes on faculty senate.
Great. University of Maine Board of Trustees Student Representative.
Hey, everybody, I hope you had a good break. You all know what I'm going to ask you. For those of you who don't know or maybe aren't in the Senate, Google chat yet. There's Board of Trustees meeting at UMaine at Wells this coming Monday. And for the first time, we've organized for 10 students who are not Board of Trustees representatives to be invited to the board lunch. So that'll happen at 12:05, give or take, that's board schedule. So you would be invited to come to the board meeting and you can watch if you want to, or if you just want to come for the lunch, you can come at 12. And it's free lunch, it's a very good lunch, and we'll be eating. It'll be us and the trustees and the other student representatives in a room. You'll get to talk with them. For those of you who don't know, the Board of Trustees makes all final decisions about the university system and all large financial decisions about the university system. And currently we, as students or as like the general population, have no way to actually contact individual trustees. We can only contact the board office as a whole. So this opportunity to speak with them one-on-one is a really big deal. And at this point, I have 7 volunteers, so if 3 more people think that they might be available on Monday at noon. I would really like to volunteer. And you can message me in space or say so now, or come find me afterwards. All of those things are options, but this is a big deal and I would really like to make the most of it. Yeah, thank you.
Chair of the Fair Election Practices Commission.
Hello, everyone. Starting today, nomination packets are available for president and vice president for the next president and vice president for UMSG. Tomorrow, an email will be sent out to all of the undergrad students, telling them about it, and then hopefully this week there will be a post on Instagram about it. We took the floor break. So let all your friends know if they're interested, spread the word. It's just getting 200 signatures. They can find them in student gov offices in the back of the Wade Center. Reach out to anyone in student gov if they have questions. Yeah, I also have a committee, super fun, and I need people to join for this semester. I would really love it if they would. It's gonna be really important. We're gonna be dealing with counting the ballots, running the election, and planning inauguration eventually and some other smaller events. So reach out if you're interested. I don't have a set time yet. So if you are interested, let me know and we can work around both of our schedules. Yeah, and support.
Student Legal Services Liaison.
So I just said, look,
Yeah, just describe it.
basically like weekly meetings with Sean, brainstorming like events or strategies to like raise awareness about the student legal services. And act as like a liaison for meetings. If someone has a question for Sean, I can pass it along or vice versa.
Representative to the Graduate Student Senate.
Okay, so as the representative to the Graduate Student Senate, you are essentially representing the values and interests of the undergraduate student senate, which implies that you attend their graduate student senate meetings, whatever that time may be. I'm not sure if it has changed. And you essentially listen to their meetings and take notes and see if any of the information pertains to the undergraduate student senate. Report back to it so everyone here is kept in the loop to necessary details.
Order Town Council Liaison. Does the Old Town Council Liaison want to describe the position?
Yeah, so Orono and Old Town are pretty similar. They both meet every other Monday at 6 p.m. So maybe Orono's 5. They're like exact the same time, so you can't do both.
And you just go to the meetings and take notes or do whatever, just remember what they talked about. Any relevant information that should be related to the student body, you mention in your report at the following said meeting. That's basically it.
Representative of Military and Veteran Student Affairs.
So you meet with ROTC, NROTC, and the veteran student office. And sometimes they have like activities like fitness challenges they want to promote. We can help with that with our social media. I talked to a member of ROTC and suggested or asked about the possibility of getting supplies. He kind of ghosted me after that, so I don't have a follow-up, but yeah, that's about it.
And then also for this semester, whoever is voted on will be doing the volunteering opportunity with Orno over the summer for veterans by replacement. So that's a mandatory part of the position for this semester. Director of Communications.
Yeah, so my office hours this semester are gonna be 12 to 4 on Monday and Wednesday. So keep that in mind if you wanna join my committee, probably fall between those times. If that really doesn't work, we can work out another time. I'm not too worried about it. Let's see, so I'm gonna start to utilize some of the feedback you guys gave me and kind of talk through what I have planned for each week, just so everyone kind of has a better idea of what I'm doing. So far this week, you guys may have seen, we made a post about Free Movie Wednesday coming back. Super simple. Tomorrow during office hours, I'm gonna reach back out to Alex. Before last semester ended, we had started talking about a Shack rep board spotlight. I'm gonna eventually do this for all rep boards. Shack was the first one I reached out to, so we'll get that going again. Tomorrow also post about Pres VP nominations. And then I'm gonna work on a new Google form. I have this new idea called like UMSG in the wild. It's basically gonna be senators and representatives' opportunities to showcase what you do outside of UMSG, to kind of show students in the general student body where they can find you, what you're involved in, as well as promote the things you're involved in. So I think that will be really fun. And I'm gonna also talk to Olivia about possibly covering, maybe taking some photos or something of the lunch with the trustees to kind of show that we're interacting with them to the student body at her book.
Director of Technology. University of Maine Security Representative.
Hi, yeah, so, for the security rep position, you're pretty much working with UMPD one-on-one. They do mostly monthly meetings. Sometimes there's other weird meetings that you'll meet with certain people in. And the security group is a very large group of important people that aren't really noted, but it changes every meeting. And then working with UVAC and going to all of their meetings, which are, I think, once a month usually. And then also working with Andrea Gifford and relaying information from students to them and information from them to student government and the student body.
Center of Undergraduate Research Liaison.
I don't know if it's normally like this, but last semester they kind of lumped up Cougar with the symposium committee and just kind of made it one. So we met the first Wednesday of every month and basically just planned the student symposium that happens in April. So yeah, it's pretty fun.
Are there any questions for the periodic reports? Seeing none, we'll be moving on to reports of standing committees, starting with policy and procedure.
So policy and procedure is a committee that oversees all policy changes within student government. So the chair will chair that committee and will oversee all policy submissions. And it kind of the vetting, that committee in itself is like a vetting process for all policy changes to make sure it's possible and not crazy and is written correctly, before it makes it to the Senate.
Services.
Hello, everyone. The services, you are working directly with all the services on campus. You're trying to work on things, the movements of quality of the campus, whether that be the lights from last semester, working with facilities and operations management, and requests to say other things around campus that can be fixed. A lot of this is tailored towards making campus more accessible, so that tends to be the overall of our community.
Academic affairs.
The academic affairs chair person is the person who does a lot of anything relating to academics and otherwise students bonding of all that. And there's a lot of different ways that kind of looks like as the chair. Some of the things that you might do include hosting your own committee, meeting with the provost office, usually that includes meeting with Dr. Marzoe and collaborating with them with their projects. And something you can also do with it is go to the faculty senate academic affairs committee and see what the faculty are doing with them on their projects.
Are there any questions for the standing committees? Seeing none, we'll be moving on to reports of special committees, starting with holistic health and wellness.
So this committee was recently formatted. It didn't really have a set definition beforehand. The intention is that the committee chair will essentially act as the point person between students and health and wellness related services on campus. By conducting surveys, checking with students, or meeting with representatives for those facilities. And they also sit on a larger board made up of representatives from those health and wellness services on campus.
Food and dining affairs, consider St. Lawrence describe this.
Food and dining, another fun one. A lot of it is just working with Spexo and the campus to again improve the quality of our food on our campus. You're dealing with a lot more of like the Spexo higher ups, which a lot of them, I believe we have a new one, right?
Dennis.
Dennis, who came in last semester to come talk with us. Your primary point of contact in terms of just getting overall student feedback about the dining halls and the food options here on campus and seeing what we can do to improve it.
Undergraduate student symposium.
I mean, same as Cougar, basically, you kind of just relay what you think students would want to see and to go to this symposium. Yeah.
Voter involvement and education committee.
Much like holistic health and wellness, this was also recently reformatted from political activism committee. The intention of this is that you will work to get these the student body informed and civically engaged on campus. There's a couple ways that you're intended to do that we already have some connections with through the burgeoning political science student association, their journal. The intention is that whoever takes this role or whoever it is will be the editor, one of two editors for that. Also working with UMaine Vote, that relationship is getting stronger. And then there's a couple of other things too that I can run you through if you get it.
Non-traditional commuter and transfer students committee.
Basically what it sounds like, you work with non-traditional commuter and transfer students and help make their life on campus as good as it can be. And if I'm not mistaken, also work with some of the people in the Wade Center and do like First Friday bagels and other commuter and non-traditional events.
Are there any questions for the special committee? Seeing none, moving on to representative board reports, starting with Honors College Student Activity Board.
Hi, everyone. As you know, the Honors College Student Committee Board is now the Honors College Student Leadership Council, so we are in very much of a transition semester. Our bylaws are now official. They've been sent to BPSO to Hobson. And Senator Collmore and I have been working with Greg and continue to work over the next couple of months to make this transition happen. We are transitioning the SAB website to have now the updated information, including officer desk manuals. We are redoing the logo and also redoing all the campus groups information. And once that website is set up, we will open up voting portals and voting forms for officer applications to be done around April and before.
Interfraternity Council.
Yeah, so tomorrow we have an all Greek exec meeting from 5 to 7. Following which I'm just going to be meeting with the presidents to kind of cut out all gray areas with the upcoming recruitment events that everybody will be having. That'll be with the IFC exec board as well to inform the chapters on some of the things we've already started working on.
Pan-Hellenic Council.
Hi, everyone. I'm excited for the new semester and work with everyone.
There isn't really much for me other than after the old Greek meeting, we're gonna have our first panel meeting for the semester right after. And then we're starting our recruitment process Saturday and we figured out our chapter total is still 50, which is still good. And then other than that, I'm just really looking forward to this semester. I can't wait to report all the stuff we have planned / do throughout the semester. Looking forward.
Student Athletic Advisory Council.
We're having our first leadership meeting next Monday at 6 p.m. and we're gonna decide basically our plan for the semester.
Senior Class Council.
Hi everyone, our weekly meetings are going to be held on Thursdays from 5 to 6 p.m. in the Senior Skulls Room and the Union. Everyone is welcome to attend and help participate in some of the discussions and things. Obviously, this is a huge semester for us, so we appreciate some help. Be on the lookout for the class merch pre-order forms that will be released shortly, and there are only 109 days left until graduation and reporting.
Sustainability Environmental Action Division.
No report.
Are there any questions for the representative board reports? Seeing none, moving on to the Community Association reports, starting with Student Heritage Alliance Council.
Bon and May, happy New Year, everybody. This week, SHAC will be meeting at our regular time and place on Thursday. Here, we're going to begin planning our SHAC formal, which happens annually every spring, thanks to the generous funding from the University of Maine Student Government. So thank you, guys. The theme of this semester will be continuity and seeing how we can get specifically freshmen and sophomores into positions of leadership within the cultural clubs, so that the transition periods aren't always so hectic and chaotic. So hopefully we can get some good work done on that. This semester, what I want to do is start sharing briefly during my reports here all the happenings with the cultural clubs, so that all of you guys are more aware of what's happening with our clubs, so that they can also get the support that they need in that way. I look forward to working with DOC Leclerc on our promotional project. I think that's a really great initiative that he's doing, and I'm looking forward to starting that. I'm going to be attending the Board of Trustees meeting next Monday. And I think that is going to be a really great opportunity. And I look forward to talking with the Board of Trustees. And I do, having learned what we have about the university last semester, here I want to make sure to promote reconciliation and understanding, regardless of differences that we may have with the administration demolishing Carlson Hall. I think that this is a proactive way to use our energy, advocating for the programs that we've come to know and love. And I'm also looking forward to the Board of Trustees lunch. That's going to be great. And I'm moving my office hours to Fridays from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock on Fridays. So thank you for the report.
Wildstein.
Starting next week, Wildstein will be meeting every Friday, 3 to 4 p.m. upstairs at the Multicultural Student Center. Spring is always a big semester for Wildstein. We have our 3 biggest events of the year, which is Love Your Prom, Love Your Graduation, and your annual drag show. I will have more on that to go.
Does anyone have the ISA report? All right, accessibility on campus.
We will be having our first executive meeting this weekend, and then after we have that, accessibility on campus, we'll have a definitive weekly meeting time for our club, and also I will readjust my office hours. I've updated our logo, so I will be updating our social media to reflect that, and so stay tuned for that. And important.
Are there any questions for the Community Association reports?
I have a question about accessibility, so I'm not sure if this will go to Representative Farrago Doomsh or just anybody else, like in the Senate, but I have a question regarding Title II of the accessibility codes. I'm not sure if that's it, but in some of my classes, there's been a concern raised about the ability to share certain scholarly articles because of a new clause that says that like articles need to have a specific voice to text feature. And so It seemed like that hindered a bit of the material that can be brought to that class, and so I wasn't sure if that was something which was on any of our radars. I was curious about that. Yeah.
It's usually the responsibility of the, professor or their TA, if like the text isn't accessible via screen reader for them to like write it down as a PDF. And they're also, if the professor you're talking about is having trouble with that, there are some, I can give them resources on how to do that. I'll reach out to them.
President Tripp?
So, in one of my syllabus bank visits to the Academic Affairs Committee of the Faculty Senate, they were talking about this issue. It was like brand new at the time. Yes, Senator Ricker was there. And they were talking about the platforms that they were working on implementing because of the Title II changes. I know it also has to do with the way that lectures can be recorded and what that is about. And it's running into, from what I understand, a little bit of a kind of crossroads with like the leeway that a professor has over the way that their classroom is conducted. But I think that this maybe is a good first project for us to follow up on with the provost. That'd be fun. So I'll get back to you. There you go.
Are there any more questions for the community association reports? Seeing none, if it's the pleasure of the Senate, we will now enter our 5-minute recess. Senator Ricker?
I'd like to make a motion to strike 5-minute recess agenda.
Second.
Hearing a second, we will now enter discussion. Seeing none, debate.
We have to go through a round of nominations that will take a while. Instead of striking it, I would prefer to see it through, if anything, but definitely not really.
Any more points for debate? Seeing none, all those in favor in striking the 5-minute recess? All those opposed? All abstaining? Seeing a clear majority in the negative, that fails. If it's the pleasure of the Senate, we will now be entering a 5-minute recess. Returning
52.
at 6:52.
Are you projecting something?
Yeah.
No. No,
Which we're getting into interest territory.
that's what I was thinking.
Stop.
Or the voter. I can't, it's my signature. I can't take the narrative. Yeah, if I steal it, session's not intense at all, really. My favorite, way is not gonna seminary.
Alrighty, guys. Okay, so as much as it is a delight to have BJ here, we do need to fill the position of clerk at some point. So this is the hiring timeline that we're going to kind of walk through and talk through. I put this together today, so everybody who has assignments on here are learning about them now, but we'll go over them in exec. In DOC Leclerc, don't worry, I'm going to make the post. You're just going to post it. So, all right. So the committee is going to be our executive administrative assistant. And now I believe it's going to be VP Feng and VP Lehman will be heading up this committee. So the timeline, I'll be submitting my plans to the Senate tonight. Here we are. The next hiring applications will open Friday. I'm gonna put everything up and get ready to go. As we all know, we're doing kind of 2 searches at once, which is not ideal, but we'll get through it. So we'll have the job posted to CareerLink, post it on the Instagram, put a link in the link tree, email blast through campus groups, and an application link blocked on the website. The soft application deadline will be January 30th, which is the following Friday. That gives it roughly a week. That's the soft application deadline. If we do have enough people applying for that, we'll close it then. If not, we'll keep it open a little bit and do another push until February 3rd. February 4th, interviews will begin. Interviews will wrap by February 9th. And a recommendation to the Senate will come on the February 10th meeting. That will be presented with the regular hiring committee materials, as we always have, cover letter, resume, stuff like that. And then if, for any reason, my nominee is struck down, we have a backup meeting, which will be the following Tuesday. So hopefully we'll have a clerk by 3rd to 4th week and get ready to go straight back into hiring a new clerk. So timing's not great, but I wanted to make sure that the Senate was understood what was going to go forward. I would have liked to do this in a different way. This is required by policy. We'll get into that when we have the conversation about changes to the hiring and employment policies. They're my recommendations. We'll see if you take them. But I think that the interim and kind of mid-year hiring cycles, the full requirement for the hiring committee is too much. And I would like to explore the potential of an interim appointment that would come from me directly. I would be able to select, but I would have to provide all of those materials anyway. That's just kind of a preface for what's coming up. Are there any questions specifically about this or concerns? And is everybody okay with this? This is going to be my kind of soft okay. So if you have problems with this, now is the time to raise them.
Any questions? Seeing none.
Great.
Thank you.
We'll get to work on that.
We'll now be moving on to nominations, starting with the faculty senate representative. Senator Ricker.
I'm nominating Senator Whipple. Second. I respectfully decline.
President Tripp.
I just went through what I was doing earlier, was kind of poking through to get all of the time. So faculty senate meets on Wednesdays from 3 to 4:30, and they will have a meeting during the school year, February 11th, March 11th, and April 15th. If you're running for this position, please be available at those times.
And just a reminder, you can nominate yourself for these positions. And if someone nominates you, you either accept or you respectfully decline. After a second.
And this one is open to rep boards.
Senator Ricker.
Second, I respectfully decline. I have a class conflict.
Second.
What time is it again?
3 to 4:30 on Wednesdays.
I respectfully decline.
Senator Cowan.
I nominate Senator Vlad.
Second.
I accept.
Senator Sparks.
I nominate Senator Dana.
Second.
Any more nominations for faculty senate student representative?
I nominate Senator Goodspeed. Second.
I accept. Any more nominations? Maybe thanked.
I'd like to also say that since there's a second round of nominations and elections are next week, you can always rescind. So I would encourage all senators, especially the new ones, if you have a little bit of interest, to nominate yourself or accept the nomination. And if you change your mind, you can always rescind next week.
Any more nominations? Seeing none, we'll be moving on to.
I would also like to point out that there is a really handy governing document that was made last year that has all of these descriptions. For most of these positions, or at least the ones that share reports at Senate, which is on the governing document of the UMSG website, but I will also drop it into the chat here in just a second.
Great. Any more nominations for faculty senate student representative? Seeing none, we're moving on to student legal services liaison.
Like to nominate Senator Zilak.
Second. I accept.
Any more nominations?
I'd like to nominate Senator Sober. Second.
Any more nominations? All right, we're moving on to representative of the Graduate Student Senate. Senator Ricker.
I'd like to nominate Senator second.
I accept.
Amy Thompson.
I'd like to nominate Senator Cowan.
Second.
I accept.
I'd like to nominate Senator Rivera. Second.
Accept. Any more nominations? Seeing none, moving on to the Orno Town Council liaison. Senator Sparks.
I'd like to nominate Senator Schultz.
Second.
I accept.
Any more nominations?
I'd like to nominate Senator Santoniello. I respectfully decline.
Any more nominations?
Can I just also add that you can also nominate yourself if you're interested?
Yeah, okay. Any more nominations? Seeing none, moving on to Old Town City Council liaison.
Old Town, from what I understand, it's back to the first and third Monday, 6 to 7, and Orono was second to fourth Mondays, 5 to 6. And that's what their website says. So we'll find out if that's true. I'll find out anytime.
Any nominations for Old Town?
Nominate Senator Schultz.
Respectfully declined. Any more nominations?
Senator St. David. I accept.
Any more nominations for Old Town City Council liaison? Seeing none, moving on to representative of Military and Veterans Student Affairs.
Nominate Senator Vanderwood. Second.
I accept.
Okay.
I nominate Senator Weber. Second. I respectfully decline.
Any more nominations? Seeing none, University of Maine Security Representative. I nominate Senator Andrew.
Second.
I accept. President Tripp.
Senator Edmund, do you know when those meetings will take place yet?
I do not, I don't know the feedback ones, the security ones, they kind of send out monthly and it changes.
Any more nominations? Seeing none, the Center of Undergraduate Research Liaison.
Second.
I accept.
Senator Weber.
Second.
I accept.
Any more nominations? Moving on to Policy and Procedure, Standing Committee Chair.
Nominate Senator Sparks. Second.
I accept.
Any more nominations? Moving on to Services, Standing Committee Chair. Senator DeLorme.
I nominate Senator St. Lawrence. Second. I accept.
Any more? Moving on to Academic Affairs Standing Committee Chair. Senator St. Lawrence.
I nominate Senator second. I accept.
Hey, Senator Blatt.
Second. I accept.
Any more nominations? Senator Sparks.
I nominate Senator Weber.
Second. I respectfully decline.
VP Fang.
I nominate Senator Oldfield.
Second.
Dyson. Any more? Holistic Health and Wellness Special Committee Chair.
I nominate Senator Cowan.
Second.
Accept.
Any more nominations? Moving on to Food and Dining Affairs Special Committee Chair.
I nominate Senator Ballmore.
Second.
I accept.
Senator Cowan.
I nominate Senator Rivera.
I accept.
I nominate Senator Van Beek.
Second.
I accept. VP Fang.
I nominate Senator Goodspeed.
Second.
Respectful decline. Any more nominations? Moving on to Undergraduate Student Symposium Special Committee Chair.
I would like to nominate Senator Weber.
Second. Accept.
I'd like to nominate Senator Craddy.
Second.
I accept.
Any more nominations? Moving on to Voter Involvement and Education Special Committee Chair.
Nominate Senator Collmore. Second.
I accept.
Senator Inman.
I nominate Senator Dan.
Second.
I accept. Any more? Senator Cowan.
I nominate Senator Chapin.
Second. I respectfully decline.
Any more nominations? Moving on to non-traditional commuter and transfer students special committee chair. Senator Sparks.
I nominate Senator Schultz.
Second.
Senator Cowan.
I nominate Senator Zorob.
Second.
I accept.
VP Bond.
I nominate Senator Sucker.
Second. I accept.
Any more? Moving to Sergeant at Arms. Senator Sparks.
I nominate Senator Sobel.
Second.
Oh, we can go over this.
Oh, yeah.
Like what, Sergeant Arms does.
Anyway, I'll do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't look, sure, but like I see.
I apologize, I thought you.
Oh, wait, were you the most recent one? Oh, sorry, I think it was, Stanford, I'm sorry.
Sergeant Arms is in control of ordering the food, picking it up or having it delivered, putting up the flag, setting up the room for the meeting. And if someone's getting unruly, you kick them out.
Or not address that.
Yeah,
President Trick.
I nominate Senator Vanderwood. Second.
I respectfully decline.
Senator Cowan.
I nominate Senator Rivera.
Second.
I accept. VP Fang.
I nominate Senator. I don't think that's how you say it. Why don't you ask? Going to ask professional?
No.
Ralph, how do you say your last name? Rob.
Suno.
Okay, I nominate Senator Zuro. I accept.
Any more nominations for Sergeant at Arms? Senator Cowan.
I nominate Senator Goodhines.
Second.
Also be
There is no good five. There is good speed.
That's my bad. Senator Goodspeed.
I accept.
Okay.
Any more nominations? Moving on to President Pro Tempore.
Okay, so as you can all hopefully notice, Vice President Shahline is the person who leads the meeting and goes to the agenda with the Senate. In the event that Vice President Shahline is, absent or is presenting a policy, for example, or something of that sort, the pro tempore is the person who stands up in that meeting element.
Any nominations for President Pro Tempore? Senator Inman.
I nominate Senator Oldfield.
Second.
I accept.
Never mind. All right. Okay.
Senator Ricker.
Second.
Can the new senator remind me of their name? Rivera. Senator Rivera. I nominate Senator Cowan.
Second.
I accept.
Can you vote?
Nominate Senator Delorme. Second.
President Trent.
I nominate Senator Sparks.
Second.
I accept. BP Thompson.
I nominate Senator Rivera. Second.
I respectfully decline.
Senator Lodge.
Second.
Accept.
Okay.
I nominate Senator Black.
Second.
I respectfully decline.
Any more nominations? Moving on to executive budgetary committee senators, and this is open for 4 people.
Second.
BP Thompson.
We should explain what this committee is.
I'm sorry.
So for everyone who doesn't know, the Executive Budgetary Committee is a committee that I run. It's a committee of 4 senators, the vice president, and the vice president for student organizations, where we originally go through any requests that get submitted to us for funding. This could range from anything from 50 cents all the way up to, I can't remember the most we've had. We had a request come in for a few grand, like an ad, 11 grand earlier. And we parse it down if there's anything that's more than our policies allow, or if there's anything more than we feel the Senate has been comfortable or what we've done in the past, we just try and keep it on track of that. And so the senators on this should be having probably a good sense of the campus around them, the feelings of their senators, and a good kind of just financial sense in general to know how much, especially hotels, are worth and plane tickets and things like that.
And this is only for senators, so from Senator Sparks.
I nominate Senator Oldfield.
Second.
Nominate Senator Zilog.
Second.
I accept. Oh, and also the time, EBC is Fridays at 1:30.
Fridays at 1:30, yes.
Senator Zilog.
I nominate Senator Vanderwood.
Second.
I accept.
Senator Palmer.
I nominate Senator St. Lawrence.
Second.
I accept.
Senator Black.
I nominate Senator Cowan.
Second.
I accept.
Commissioner Stankovitz.
I nominate Senator Sutker.
Second. I accept.
Senator Ricker.
Please nominate Senator Wilkes. Second.
Senator Cowan.
I nominate Senator Chapin.
Second.
I accept.
Senator Sparks.
I nominate Senator Manby.
Second.
I accept. BP Fanning.
I nominate Senator Inman.
Second.
I accept. Any more nominations?
I nominate Senator Dana.
Second.
BP Fanning.
I nominate Senator Schultz.
Second.
I accept.
Nominate Senator Sparks.
Second.
I respectfully decline.
Senator Cowan.
I nominate Senator Goodspeed.
Second.
I respectfully decline. Senator Schultz.
I nominate Senator Zurab.
Second.
I respectfully decline.
Senator Sparks.
I nominate Senator DeLorme.
Second.
Accept.
Any more? Yeah, you can.
Okay, I'm gonna go through them, and if I miss your name, I'm sorry. Weber, Zelaw, Vanderwood, St. Lawrence, Cowan, Sucker, Van Beek, Inman, Dana, Schultz, Delorme. Chapin.
How could you, Mr. President?
I'm sorry. That was the one where I was zoned out.
Any more? Okay.
I'd like to nominate Senator Santinello.
I accept. Second.
Any more? Okay, moving on to student organization committee senator, and VP Thompson, please explain this.
Yeah, SOC is my committee. It's where we oversee the club or commission process. So any club that wants to become official, you'll get to meet them and talk about their interests and the events they want to do. You also oversee the club storage process. So when clubs want to get a locker, they come to SOC for a vote. And SOC will be Mondays 1 to 2 this semester.
Any nominations? Senator Weber.
I'd like to nominate Senator Colborne. Second.
I accept.
Senator Van Beek.
I'd like to nominate Senator St. Lawrence.
Second. Accept.
Senator Ricker.
Nominate Senator Love. Second.
I accept.
President Tripp.
I want to nominate Senator Cowan.
I accept.
Senator Inman.
I would like to nominate Senator Winfield.
Second.
I accept.
Senator Cowan.
I nominate Senator Rivera.
I accept.
Senator Longry.
I nominate Senator Benton.
Second.
I accept.
Commissioner Stinkman.
I nominate Senator Sutcliffe.
Second. I accept.
Senator Sparks.
I nominate Senator Craddy.
Second.
I respectfully decline.
Beacon Bang.
Nominate Senator Schultz.
Second.
Eagle.
Nominate Senator Zero.
Second.
I accept.
Senator Cowan.
I nominate Senator Dana.
Second.
I accept. Beacon Bang.
I nominate Senator Santinello.
Second. I accept.
Any more nominations for the Student Organizations Committee? Moving on, the elected senator of the Student Entertainment Committee.
Hey everyone, so this is my committee. The elected senator works pretty much, or at least this semester, is going to work hand in hand with me in AVPSC Hall to put on the concert. You are expected to be there for the concert day, which will be announced very shortly. It's a Friday though, so it's a Friday in April. I can say that. It's Friday in April. Have a Friday in April off. Where was it? Yeah, so you work very much hand in hand with AVPSC Hall and I very much expect that this person is also helping with all other events and potentially putting on their own events.
Any nominations? Senator Collmore.
I would like to nominate Senator St. Lawrence.
Second. Accept.
Senator Sparks.
I'd like to nominate Senator DeLore.
Second. I accept.
Can the new senator remind me of their name?
Sucker. Yeah, John Sucker.
Senator Tucker.
I would like to nominate Senator Schultz. Second.
Senator Cowan.
I nominate Senator Rivera.
Second.
I accept. Any more nominations? Commissioner Stankovitz.
I nominate Senator Weber.
Second. I respectfully decline.
Senator Inman.
I nominate Senator Dana.
Second.
I accept.
Senator Dana.
I nominate Senator Inman.
Second.
Any more nominations?
I have a question. If you're a senator and you have not been nominated for anything, could you just raise your hand right now? And that's what I thought. Great.
Oh, well, some of those might be lying.
Don't lie to me.
My couch. Oh, no.
Who's lying to me?
Okay.
Good to know.
So we can put you down for SDC. I'll think that would be yes. Any more? Beacon Bang.
Senator Long Madrid. Second.
I respect it. Any more nominations? All right, just as a reminder, we will be doing nominations again next week. And please be prepared with a stuck speech. And also, if when we're going through the process again, you realize like, oh, I really don't want this, you can always resend. So don't worry about it if you get nominated for a bunch of stuff. It will all work out. Now, seeing nothing under made motions, we will move into executive session where I ask any non-UMSG members please exit. It is left.
Yes.
Yes.
And everybody's been sworn in, everybody's good. Yeah. Okay.
What about proxy?
Who's a proxy? Is anybody a proxy? That would be a question for the BPSO. Everybody here is good, including representatives? Yeah. Great. Oh,